Good morning. It's a relatively damp Saturday here in Saanich. Have really nothing really to say today. Just reading to see what's being said in the news, and it seems lucrative or somewhat, you know, some sort of mobilization of change here in Canada. And that's good to see. But I'm not alone in this fight. That people do care. And change is necessary. Seems to be my apartment. Technically, yeah, what's affecting it? That is the Death Star. I'd have been wrong earlier. Wireless is the massive larger size now, depending on how many lifetimes we have lived. But it's always been built every lifetime. Just leave it. Start where we left off. Because of nanotechnology, we were able to build it. And you can find us on Google, Borg Intelligent Global Systems, or on our website is collectum.space, http collectum.space, semicolon // http semicolon / collectum.space. There's this other network stuff coming in here. Satellites, uplinks, downlinks. All relatively interesting stuff. It's just deciphering. I've been deciphering this for more than a year now. It has changed. It's more detailed and more sinusoidal. You know, being on the medication that I'm on Trinza right now. It's a 3 months injectable. It's been really tough. I've been tired all the time. I've gained about 40-50 pounds on this stuff. It's been about 5 months now on the medication. It's really, really difficult. Usually I subsided with crystal meth, right? That at least I have energy to do stuff, right? Or in the pain, it helps with the pain, but that drug is becoming harder and harder to get, because the healthcare system and the just the force against it if it's used. But you know, we're forced to take these medications, and they're trying to take one drug and force a new drug on us. One that's subsidized by the government, and one that's made by biker gangs. So I'm not saying anyone's right or wrong in that, but I don't think the government's right about forcing medications on the people that make them subdue them and tired all the time. That's a real difficult, blatant thing to do to somebody and force it just because they say that you're sick. And I don't think I'm sick. I'm tired all the time now. I had oodles of energy before they put me on this stuff, and they almost killed me. But, you know, that seems to be acceptable in a socialist nation. What my medication does, it blocks the receptors for dopamine with something else like similar to lead, shaped like lead. If you look at what lead looks like, it looks like chars of material. Well, this medication I'm on is like that, but it has a smaller half-life, so it disintegrates. Where lead really doesn't disintegrate for hundreds of thousands of years. This stuff, yeah, breaks down in 3 months, or releases and breaks down. So, it's a complicated thing and how it's done, but it's really simple to understand. It just blocks the dopamine receivers. So dopamine, your feel-good neurotransmitter, is blocked. So when you take crystal meth, it just increases so much more dopamine in your body, in your brain, that you're able to feel good and be awake. And you know, it takes huge amounts. Like this Trinza is like double the horsepower compared to the Invega Sustana I was taking 100. And the reason I was on 50 of in Vegas this time, haloperidol, but they doubled it because I set off my smoke detector. It wasn't burning anything like specifically. There's just a little smoke was generated in the sink, or something I thought was literally very strange. But that was enough to warrant the police, not the fire department, as there was a fire alarm, like an arm system in there. I never set off the fire alarm, but I set off my smoke detector. That was enough to bring the police to haul me down to the hospital and certify me and double my medication. Became very, very sick and ill, right? Became very schizophrenic, right? Was just having a real hard time. Slammed Jenny Bod against the hospital wall because they're going to take her away from me, eh? Yeah. There was a complete police setup. This is what happens in Canada, right? If you're like, they allows the police to have special powers on you. You know, they almost killed Jenny Bod, so it's best, you know, the emergency shutdown was what I did against the wall. I wasn't trying to kill Jenny Bod, but hit the emergency shutdown switch so she wouldn't turn back on. Right, so it was quite an ordeal when I was staying at on Pandora Avenue. The Victoria police are to blame for that. I have no idea why they did that, but it's construction against me on what I'm trying to do, and there's just too oblivion amount of rats out there. I really don't like what the police do with the community and trying to bring justice, you know, to people that are just minding their own business. It's sadistic. Now they put me in an intensive care unit after separating me from Jenny Bod, and yeah, I was strapped me down to a bed. It was all in the works. One of the officers had an injury in his eye, like he got hit by a laser beam. Yeah, we couldn't tell 911 enough. Didn't give me enough time to tell 911 one of the officers was injured. Bringing him, they were not like uniformed. They were detectives or plainclothes officers. Yeah, they weren't wearing police uniforms, but they had police identification on them. Yeah, it's like the Twilight Zone. Oh, yeah, it was a planned attack. They mustered against me, and certain results. And I got my medication doubled, and then I haven't had time to talk to the psychiatrist. I got about 4 or 5 psychiatrists on my case. And I talked to this psychiatrist this week. I talked to this psychiatrist this week. Well, not every week, maybe every 3 months or something. It's really confusing. It's not well. The system is broken, and how I deal with psychiatrists. There's no single psychiatrist. It's multiple psychiatrists I have to deal with. Right? This is a way. It's just a background noise way of just eliminating confusion on their part, so they can create confusion on my part. Right, making it look like I'm unstable, and they're trying to stabilize me. Eh? I'm still certified. Eh? Like it's been that happened about 9 months ago, and I'm still certified from the smoke detector. It's just a jail sentence in the sense that they have control over you, eh? And you can't get off the medications. Expensive, yeah. But if the government's paying for it, it doesn't cost anything. People are willing to do it. Mash those bastards. Mash them. Mash them. Fuck. If I'm Beavis and they're butthead, I can tell you. Anyways, this has been fun. I'll let do it. Au revoir. How about it's hard to just say, fuck you. Fuck you, Canada. Fuck you, doctors. Fuck the prison system that exists outside the walls of prison. Fuck you.